What's going on, YouTubers, and welcome back to the episode of Dark Souls Remastered guided playthrough for the PS4. When we last left off, I asked you to farm up 30 dragon scales. And that turned out to be one huge undertaking, let me tell you. My goodness. So, from that, I was able to level up to 90. Let me see here. So, I went from 10 intelligence to 20 intelligence, and 21 vitality to 25, so that's 14, and then 1 level in attunement, so 15, and then a level in endurance and a level in strength. So 17 levels. I went up 17 levels just from farming those dragon scales. And I was able to get like 4 Titanite slabs. I think I got 5 total off of the dark wraiths. So I leveled up all my gear to plus 10. So now I got max gear and max weapons. So wow, that was a lot of farming, let me tell you. They did not have a very good drop rate, and they took forever to drop, but I got them though. 30 dragon scales. So if you're following along in the playthrough, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Turn ourselves, give ourselves the last few items from this guy. So offer dragon scale. We'll offer him 30. You got ourselves the dragon torso. So we are half the dragon plus 2, right? So dragon head and dragon torso, right there. Dragon torso stone. Stone imbued with the power of the dragons, right of apostles of the ancient dragons. Gain torso of dragon, roar like a dragon. The dragon apostles seek transcendence of life itself, attainable by transformation into an ancient dragon. This right is only one step, but it cannot be reversed until death. And we also had that other spell that I forgot to read that we got from Quaylana. Let me go read that real quick. Fire Tempest. Primal Pyromancy of Quaylana of Izalith. Erect giant fire pillars in vicinity. The tempestuous raging flames resemble those summoned by the Daughters of Chaos when they challenge the ancient dragons to scorch the very earth. Alright. Let's, I want to see if I can actually change into an ancient dragon real quick so you can see what it looks like. If I can remember how to do it. I haven't done it in a while, so. Let me see. I think you have to equip them like an item, and then use them like an item. Let me see what it says real quick. I don't remember how to do it. All I know is that I remember that it takes a lot of intelligence because it's an intelligence-based attack. So if you're going to use that, your intelligence has to be pretty high in order for it to be effective. Alright, so we have to take, let's say we have to take off our equipment in order to use it, so. Now we're a dragon, look at that. Yeah, that's how you use the dragon stuff there. Anyways, you stay this way until you die. So, what we need to do next is, we need to go and activate our, Dark Moon Covenant, so we can use our Dark Moon blade here, because that was the whole point of doing all this, so we can get back into the Dark Moon Covenant and then have that for the rest of the game. So this Ancient Dragon Covenant should have been your last one that you needed for trophies. There isn't any more covenants after this, so we'll see how well it serves us here.
Very well, Maid of the Dark Moon. Please state thy wish. Very well. Now thou hunter.
Alright, so now we're a Blade of the Dark Moon, and we can use that spell. And this is what it looks like, so. That was what we wanted the whole time, right there. So, anyways, let's go back to Firelink Shrine real quick. We're gonna die because I don't want to be in this form when we go down and do the Tomb of the Giants. I need to have that sunlight maggot on my head, so I'm gonna warp to Firelink Shrine. Just fall off of this. It's funny how she doesn't scream or whatever. Your character doesn't scream when they're in dragon form. You're just like, I'm just gonna go die. And I'll be good. So. Alright. Now we need to put on our gear again. So we need sunlight maggot. There we go. And let's go ahead and see about buying some stuff from Tetris while he's up here. Might as well get that. We don't need this other ring anymore. We're gonna put back on our Corlanthe.
Oh, so.
So just buy up whatever miracles you don't have, and if you want to, you can buy that Thurland Talisman too, since you don't have that, probably. Yeah, we didn't have that, so go ahead and buy it real quick. Because he's not going to be with us much longer in the game. I can promise you that. So we bought up all his stuff, and then Griggs is down here too. If you want to talk to him, he's probably going to tell you that Big Hat Logan took off to the archives since it's open now.
Oh, hello. I appreciate the attention, but you really should speak to me.
Excuse me.
That will certainly...
Excuse me again. Allergy season has not been nice to me. I promise you that. Alright, so you can see still he has a few items left for sale that we haven't gotten yet, so we definitely want to buy these from him. And his other items that we don't have. We don't have to get all of them right now, but if you want to buy a few, it's fine.
Alright. That'll do it.
Then we can read some stuff we bought. So we bought that Thurland Talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This talisman is only granted to high-ranking Thurland clerics. Has high miracle adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. So it doesn't matter what your faith level is there. So we also bought a few more miracles here. Need fall control. Sorcery developed by a certain serendipitous sorcerer of Vinheim Dragon School. Reduce damage and noise from fall. The sorcery, along with Hush, explains the extravagant cost of hiring Vinheim spooks. And then we had... Let's see, heal. I think we got heal. Maybe see dragons. Heal. Elementary miracle cast by clerics restores HP. It's cast a miracle the caster learns the tale of the gods and says a prayer to be blessed by its revelations. Heal is the shortest of such miraculous tales. Miraculous tales. Whoa. I forgot myself there for a second. Miraculous tales. There we go. Great miracle cast by advanced clerics. Restores high HP. Great heal borrows from only several verses of Great Heal. As a result, it can only be cast a star 3 times. And then we have Force, which is a common miracle amongst cleric knights to create shockwave. This quickly acting miracle inflicts no damage, but propels foes back and defends against arrows. Cleric knights use this miracle when charging into enemy mobs. I don't think we read, no, we didn't read that one, I think so. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We're all caught up on the lore, and we're going to head down to the catacombs and make our way into the Tomb of Giants. Now this is going to be our third Lord Soul coming up here that we're going to pick up. So, third Lord Soul. We're going to go down here and fight Grave Lord Nito. I saw we had to come in here earlier with those Eyes of Death, so we could get that +2 rank and pick up that last miracle from him. Because once you go in his chamber and fight him, you can't talk to him anymore and do anything with his covenant. Much like Gwendolyn, same way. So, again, watch out for these bone will skeletons. They're not very nice. So. Oh, look at that. We actually got one. How about that? Let's read that real quick. It's actually a shield, so. Bone wheel shield. Giant wooden wheel encircled by spikes. Half metal melded to a strange skeleton. It can be used as a great shield only for the great gaps. But as at least the spikes turn into weapons with a good spin, strange indeed. Oh yeah, so while I was farming those dragon scales, I actually got 99 Titanite chunks. So I had to store them in my bottomless box in order to pick up more. So now I have 107 Titanite chunks at this point. So yeah, 107. If you remember correctly, this is where we fought Pinwheel to get the right kindling. So we're going to go ahead and pass that now. Good old Pinwheel. And then we went that way, like over here, to leave. Alright, so now we're going to go this way. If you look at these little prism stones in the ground, they kind of light the path and tell you which way to go so you don't die. So they give you a little bit of help here. Not a lot, but you know, this sunlight maggot definitely helps a lot with the light down here. I mean, you can use the necromancer skull if you want, because you can use it to light the pathways. But I don't like using that thing; it's kind of annoying. So I just go with this. Couple big dudes over here. So you can go this way, but it's really not needed. If you go this way, you could fall right down on top of one of these big guys and kill him from the top. Like that. A little easier than him coming after you drop down here. So. There's two more big guys, and you also got a. Got a skeleton shooting stuff at you over there. Alright, so when you get ready to go down this slide here, you want to push it all the way to the right so you can fall onto an item right over here. Like so. This will be another humanity. And you should be able to just walk over here. Now, here's the what do you call it, bonfire down here. So now we're gonna want to turn ourselves human because we have a NPC that's gonna spawn on us here in a little bit that we want to fight because he has some items we want to get. So you can kindle this thing if you want. We're not going to be farming anything else really right now, so if you want to kindle it, go ahead. You don't need your humanities really for anything else at this point. There's another bonfire down further that we're going to get as well, but that one definitely you want to kindle. This one is optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. Alright, so this guy over here, he's a trickster. His name is Patches. Alright. Now, don't tell him that you're a cleric. If you do, he's gonna aggro you and try to fight you. He doesn't like clerics. So when he asks you if you're a cleric, you say no, I'm not. Otherwise, he's gonna fight you and you'll have to kill him, and then he's gone from this playthrough completely.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
So if you say yes, he's gonna fight you. If you say no, he's gonna be nice to you. Well, kind of nice to you. He's kind of a trickster, so watch out.
No? Really? Then I have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but now my friends now. I'll split it with you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you fine.
Alright, so now you know for certain this dude is a sinister guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ow.
right? That laugh just gives him away. So, anyways, go ahead and let him do his thing because it's part of his storyline. So. Alright, so you can tell that Patches has been kind of busy because look at all his bodies down here. So they just kicked a few people off this thing. In fact, he kicked off our we call it, party with Petrus and his two knights, Nico and the other guy, right? Kicked them off too. So they're down here. Nico and the other guy, I don't remember his name, they both went hollow. And Rhea, the priestess or whatever that came down here with him to seek the right of kindling is over here sitting down. So you want to kill these two guys because they're going to aggro onto you as soon as you walk a little bit forward here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And you'll see Rhea should be right over here to the right on the ground. Just try not to hit her, okay?
Hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There were two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights. Former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Is there nothing at all to be done?
Alright, so now we're going to have to go ahead and...
Hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. They were once
Now we got to take out these two knights. Here they come. They're going to be right down this aisle, this path right here, so... See, neither one of them are really tough at this point because our character is pretty strong right now. So you got this path. There's gonna be a big bone pillar that pops right here. They're not that bad either. Maybe a couple hits to kill them. So it's an ambush against you. Just try not to get too close. They do like this thing where they smack you a bunch of times, so if you get too close, you get drawn into that. Anyways, keep on proceeding forward. Or actually, go back and talk to Rhea. She gives you something for helping her. And then she moves from this area and goes back to Firelink Shrine. Actually, she goes to the Undead Parish, the church.
You banished those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here.
Alright, the reason why I pulled away here is because I don't want these guys to kill her. So I want to try to get them out of the way first. I didn't know these guys were here. I'll go back and talk to her.
You banished those two. I am certain. Thank you. Here. I am certain that both thank you.
Alright, replenishment. Let's look at that real quick. Common miracle amongst cleric knights, gradual HP restoration. Beware of the cleric knight blessed by replenishment, for he shall not fall easily. So I think we saw that in the Forest Dwellers area with those clerics in there. I think one of them uses it on himself. Basically, it's like a regen, so there's that slap I was telling you about that they do. These guys drop white Titanite chunks. That's all they drop, so. trying to level that divine weapon, this is a place to get these chunks. Alright, we got a another stopper here we got to get to, because this... So right here, this can be very, very difficult. Okay, there is like 5 or 6 of those really big, giant skeletons down here, and they'll all gang up on you and beat you down like super quick if you're not careful. So if you really want to try to protect yourself, you might want to put Havel's armor on, and maybe the Ring of Steel Protection. Because these guys will gang up on you quick, and it's very, very hard to stay with them without dying. So probably put it like this, and then go ahead and enchant your weapon, because you're gonna need it. Because there's a lot of guys down here, I promise you that. And we got another couple right here. Alright, I think we got them all. A lot of times people will just run in here and just die because it's too much to deal with, especially if you're on like a New Game Plus or something, just because there's just so many of them in here. I think there actually might be another one. That's it. Alright, so this is going to be your large Divine Ember. This will get you up to the plus 10 Divine Weapon, or plus 15 Divine Weapon, I think. So that's why they're guarding that, because that is a really good item right there. So, alright, now you can take all this Havel stuff off and put your full anti-ling back on. That, in my opinion, is the best way to survive that right there, if you can. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die. Alright, we got that large Divine Ember. Yeah, plus 10. It goes to plus 10 Divine Weapon. Ember required for weapon ascension. Large Divine Ember of Secret Church Rites, intended for select Divine Smiths. Ascend plus 5 Divine Weapon, allows reinforcement to plus 10. On par with very weapons of the gods. So, alright, now we're going to go ahead and climb out of here and go to the right, because there's another couple of items up here we need to get. And then we're going to homeward and continue on the path of the Tomb of the Giants. So going up this path right here, there's going to be a couple more knights, or giant bone skeletons. There's one arrow dude and then the regular guy. And then there's an arrow guy. I think he's further down, but he's going to keep shooting at you. You can't get to him right this second anyway, so those are Eyes of Death right there. I think there's 2 of them or 3 of them. And then we got 2 more guys here to kill. Let's see your eyes. There you go. This guy dropped. He dropped a large soul. Okay, no, that's what it's already there. So just drop right here. Oh no, that's not the Eyes of Death. Probably further up. So that was the large soul of Proud Knight. Alright, keep going and you'll see the Eyes of Death. They are up here. There's, I think it's 3 of them total, but we don't need them anymore anyway, because we went ahead and got our rank up with the Covenant, so it's not important to us anymore. But we'll pick them up anyway since it's on the ground. You just drop here. There they are. Eye of Death. 3 of them. So I think we're about where we need to get. There'd be at least. I wonder if there's something else up here or not. Yeah, there is. Okay. Alright, so that's the top area of the Tomb of the Giants. Now we just want to homeward back so that we can avoid having to walk back through this area. And then we're going to follow up with Patches and see what he has to say next. Now that we're onto his silly game, pushing us off the edge over here.
Oh, you. Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things. I did you wrong, but I didn't mean it. These temptations, they can overcome me. You know what I mean, don't you? Please, forgive me. You and me, we're jolly undead outcasts, aren't we?
So if you answer no, then I think he may try to fight you. If you answer yes, then you forgive him basically.
Oh, brilliant. A second chance. Wonderful. I had a feeling you'd understand. I did. But, if I were in your shoes, who knows what I'd do. But now we're friends again. Hey?
Alright, so after we beat Gravelord Nito, Patches will head on up to Firelink Shrine and be a vendor we can buy stuff from.
I did you wrong. I didn't mean it. These temptations.
He's actually a pretty good vendor because he sells humanities, so. This is how we go forward. Be careful here, there's these things called bone dogs, and you can kill them with a well-placed R2, but they are not very fun, so. And they are not fun at all. And then there's also a Black Knight in here. He does not respawn, so we don't have to worry about that, but he's I think he's another Halberd Black Knight. Now, last time I fought a Halberd Black Knight, I did not get the Halberd, and I fought him off camera because that's when I had the camera problems. But you can hear him like running over here. So there he is. And I'll shoot. Hey, look at that. Drop the halberd. Let's take a look at that halberd real quick. Black Knight halberd. Halberd of the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face Chaos Demons. Large motion that puts the weight of the body into attack reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. Alright. I think there's another bone dog over here too. Maybe? Yeah, there he is. Try to kill that guy if you can, and then get rid of this dude over here. And then we're gonna make a minor drop here. So there is a platform right below us. This is gonna take us down to get an item that is kind of secretive. So just walk forward and you should drop right on top of it. Alright. This item is called the Silver Covetous Ring. It's to increase souls, but as soon as you pick it up, you're gonna get ambushed by like 4 of those towers, those bone towers. So what you should do is pick it up and then roll. Actually, it was 5. There, I think he might have killed himself for us. Or not. Okay. We got it though. We'll read it once we're out of danger here. I think we have to go back up for something. If we shield a reaction. that too. So let me get out of danger here. See if I can get to this bonfire. Yeah, see, there's the bonfire right there. So. Okay, yeah, there's the bone dog. Okay, so go back up here and I'll show you where we were and where we came from and stuff. So, alright, this is where we came from. There was a bone dog here, and then we walked over here to the skeleton that was shooting at us. Right here, and then we rolled off right there. Okay, so the way to proceed forward is back down this ramp where we killed that bone dog. Right here. And we can read the items now that we're out of danger. Effigy shield. Frightful occult. Excuse me. Another moment. Frightful occult shield defends against divine weapons and lightning. In an ill-fated plot to destroy the very gods, the followers of the occult once attempted to steal the power of the Grave Ornito, the first of the dead. And then we also had that silver covetous ring. Right here. The serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey even larger than itself has led to an association with gluttony. This silver ring engraved with the serpent rewards its wearer with additional souls for each kill. So, good to put that on if you want to go soul farming. Alright, so let's go to the left here. No, not the left. To the right. This is the way to proceed. So go to the right. There's Bone Dog and the big guy. Kill those guys. And then I think this is the way to the bonfire. Yep. So here's the bonfire. This is the one we want to kindle for sure. Cause you'll probably want to come and farm this area a lot. When we get down here, I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the NPC that invades us. If you remember the guy that helped us fight Pinwheel, his name was Paladin Leroy. Well, he's going to be hostile to us here in a sec and invade us. We're going to kill him. And then when you get into Grave Ornito's area, there's like 5 Pinwheel-looking dudes. And they can drop white Titanite slabs. You need 2 white Titanite slabs to finish up the trophies for Weapon Ascension. One for Occult and one for Divine. In the DLC area, there is one white Titanite slab that's on the ground. But if you want to get all the weapon enhancements done in the first playthrough, you have to farm the other one. And these are the only guys that drop them, and they're very, very rare. So sometimes it's hard to get them. But I have gotten it to drop, so can do it. I went the wrong way here, so. Right here's the way forward. And down this path. Grab this. White Titanite chunk. Hang on to the right wall here. If you try to go to the left, there's like 3 bone dogs or something over there. You don't want to fight all those bone dogs, trust me. We have another item here. He followed us, fortunately, so. Alright, and where are we at? So, yeah. And follow this ladder. And this will take us to the path for Paladin Leroy and to go fight Gravelord Nito. Paladin Leroy will invade us about around here somewhere. So I think in this view right here, I think that's Ash Lake down there, and you can't see down into it because of the dense fog. Paladin Leroy doesn't stand a chance against us, especially right now with our level and how strong our weapon is. So. See Humanity, Sanctus, and Grant. So we'll take a look at those. Sanctus, a legendary weapon of the Way of White, granted to undead paladin long ago. Once blessed with the protection of a white flame, but its power has all but faded, so that it provides only slight HP recovery. So it's kind of like that replenishment, but on a shield. It's not too bad. And then we had the weapon Sanctus, or not Sanctus, Grant. That's what it's called. Grant, a legendary weapon of the Way of the White granted to an undead paladin long ago. This mass of iron can only be lifted by those with inhuman strength, but it is blessed and very effective against agents of dark. So, alright, so proceed forward. If you remember right, this was the this area right here was blocked off before we put the Lord Vessel and placed it there with Frant, Kingseeker Frant. And this is the way to Gravelord Nito. So there's a couple of the giant bone guys up here. One shoots arrows, the other one is just a big dude with a sword. So you want to run kind of in between them and then use an R1 slash to kill them both at the same time. That bone guy goes away and comes in behind you. If you don't kill this guy first, he'll try to kick you off this ledge. So you gotta be careful. Now I will tell you, this next little part is going up to Nito's area. There's these little baby skeleton guys. They never stop spawning. They constantly spawn. And they can poison you with toxic really quick and gang up on you. But they do drop humanities. So that's the fair trade-off. However, the humanities will float away and get away from you if you don't pick them up quickly. So they don't stay on the ground like other items do until you pick them up. So you have to get them quick. And then you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those pinwheel dudes up in here. Shooting projectiles at you, so be careful with those because those projectiles hurt a lot. Magic, so there's going to be a item over here. Soul of a Hero. What you want to do is just kind of run through this area as quick as you can to get away from those skeletons, because they will. See, look at that. Just look at that build up, how quick that was. You know, and all those guys shooting stuff at us, so. It's a good place to farm humanity. If you can grab it before it disappears and not die. So. Anyways, you want to run like crazy just to get away from all these pinwheel guys shooting at you. There we go. I think we're through the worst of it here. try to kill the pinwheel guys because they do, like I said, they drop those white Teknite slabs. And they also drop masks of the mother, or the child, or the father. We already have a mask of the father. If we got a mask of the child, that one's awesome because it gives you haste, like the Orlanthi ring, so it would free up our other ring slot to use something else. And we can just use the mask for the haste instead, so it's a nice little add-on. For us. You really just need to come down here and just, for the intention of farming, really, if you want to get good drops from those guys. Otherwise, it's just kind of pointless. Because you have to have max item find and everything to really make that worthwhile. And if you don't have it, then there's really no point. So, alright, so here's Grave Lord Nito. What you want to do here is equip your Divine Claymore. I know it might be a little weak, but the reason why you want to do it is because inside of Nito's boss area, there's 2 big skeletons and I think maybe 3. Usually 3 big skeletons and 3 little skeletons, but they will respawn if you don't kill them with a divine weapon. So you gotta be careful with that. And when you fall right here, you take fall damage. It's absolutely ridiculous that you have to take fall damage from this height and not get it back, but whatever. Look how much that was. So much. Alright, he also uses that, his spell where he puts his weapon in the ground, and it will come and get you. But go ahead and take care of these skeletons real quick. Once you kill them, they will not respawn, so, or not get back up, I should say, if you kill them with that Divine Blade. And then run to the back, there's the big skeletons here. Couple hits and they're dead. Be careful of Nito though, he will kind of follow you around. See that? If you can dodge that, it's awesome. If you can't, it's really hard to dodge it, just to let you know. I can't believe I dodged it that time. But if it hits you and it affects poison soul, it will build up on you real quick if you're not careful. Now that you got those skeletons out of the way, change your weapon, go back to the Zweihander. Just do it real quick. So, yeah, see that poison build up there? It's pretty strong too, so. Now Nito has a couple of attacks here. He has that knife attack, and he'll rush at you and try to grab you. The grab attack is bad. You don't want to get caught in that. That really sucks. But if you can get where he, there's the grab attack. He rushes at you and tries to grab you. Don't let him grab you. What you want to wait on is him to do his big slash, and that's the perfect opportunity for you going to get a couple hits. So, right there, go in, get a hit, back off. Now this move here will kill you really quick. It screams and like puts a bunch of miasma on the ground. If you're real close to it, it will drain your health so fast. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that scream move he does. Okay, grab attack. So just watch out for the grab attack. Two swings, run in, get yourself a hit. sure you run away from that screen. That's the one you want to get. You get 2 hits on that easily. Well, if you don't miss them. I'll show you a trick too as far as souls are concerned on this guy. I really don't know if it works, but it might. I've never really tested it to see. The way you do is right before he, or right after he dies, there's like a little bit of an interlude before you get the souls. You swap your ring out to the Silver Covetous ring and get more souls. So I don't know if it'll work or not, but you can try it. See, I don't know if that is a thing or not, but yeah. All right, so that's Grave Lord Nito, and we got our 3rd Lord Soul. So we'll take a look at that real quick. Read it. Soul of Grave Lord Nito, first of the dead. This Lord Soul was discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Grave Lord Nito administers the death of all manner of beings. The power of this soul is so great that it satiates the Lord Vessel, despite the fact that much of its energy has already been offered to death. So we have 3. We need 4 to fully satiate it. Plus we need to give this to Andre. So, alright, so go ahead and light this bonfire up. You really don't need to candle this one, I mean, because you're only going to be here like once anyway, so... there is an item we need to get in here though, so quit out the game and then reload it. Alright, and over here we got some items to pick up. This is a Paladin set from Paladin Leroy. Helm of Leroy, Paladin of the Catacombs. Long ago, the Way of Light produced its first undead, a paladin in golden armor with the legendary treasures Grant and Sanctus. Leroy set out for Lordran, Land of the Gods, in the first undead mission of the Way of the Light. Alright, so we can swap this out now and put back on our haste ring. So repair equipment. Let's go give this item to Andre. So let's talk about Rhea real quick also. So now Rhea and Patches have moved to back up to Firelink Shrine for Patches and Undead Parish for Rhea. Rhea sells miracles at this point, and she has a few miracles you can buy, but take note, if you buy all of her miracles, she will leave the Undead Parish and go to the Duke's Archive, and that's where she will die and turn into a adversary. So now with Rhea, you can buy all of her spells and let her run into the Duke's Archive, and she'll go hollow. You can fight her there, get her set, or you can leave her in the Undead Parish, and if Petrus is still alive, then after you kill a boss, he will go up to the parish and kill her. And if he kills her, then you can get the can't remember what it's called. It's that medallion that you can start the game off with as a gift. That's the only way to get it. You have to let Petrus kill Rhea. Or you can kill Petrus and leave Rhea in the Undead Parish and not buy any of her stuff. But if you're playing this game and you want to get the trophy for the miracles, you have to buy all of her miracles and send her to the Duke's Archives. And you don't need that that medallion or whatever to platinum the game or get a trophy or anything like that, unless you're just trying to collect every item in the game. So let's go ahead and talk to Andre here and give him this ember.
What a brilliant ember you have there. I only heard legends of such specimens. The embers used for the secret rites of divine blacksmiths. Perhaps you could lend it to me. I've long dreamed of forging divine weapons. Splendid. Like you, Andre is for never is a place. I assure you.
Alright, so might as well go ahead and upgrade our Claymore just to get it out of the way. So it's done and out of the way. So as you can tell, the Occult Claymore, that's another path that you can go for upgrading weapons. And you need a +5 weapon to do it. But we're not going to do the Occult since you already have an Occult weapon, right? So we don't need to upgrade it at this point. So we do need to upgrade this though to +10. So we'll go ahead and do that. And that'll give us our +10 divine weapon. Alright, so at this point... Oh wait a minute, excuse me, we don't have +10 because we don't have the White Titanite slab yet. Take it to +9, and then once we get the White Titanite slab, we can put it to +10. And as I told you before, the straight sword hilt is the only one of its type in the game. So if you upgrade this, then you can never get it back, or if you drop it or sell it or anything, it's gone completely, and you have to make a new character because you start the game off with this, not with this. You don't start with a broken straight sword, you start with a straight sword hilt. So this is, you can use these items to upgrade to boss weapons, but I would recommend not using this straight sword hilt. Use one of these broken straight swords because you can farm those forever off hollows. So, alright, so let's go take a look at Rhea and buy what she has. Since we got a whole lot of souls to use. So here's Miss Rhea.
Hello. I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted. For it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thurland. I only wish there was some way I could help you. But I am inexperienced and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, to me again. Would a miracle be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that was so. May we discuss miracles then?
Okay, so we already did the Way of the White. That was with Petrus when we first started the game, so you don't need to enter this covenant again. But you can buy the things she has here. As you can tell, she has a few items we can get. Like I said, you want to buy everything she has, and that will send her to Duke's Archives. Now, if you buy them, you're going to have some that are double because you bought some from Petrus, which is okay. There's no problem with that. So, Go ahead and get those. You got Magic Barrier, Wrath of Gods, Great Heal. Divine Blessing. Okay, so
Things in the cover fall by lightning patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Patches realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now. Then be safe. Farewell, Verionox.
alright, now she's gonna go to Duke's Arcade. Let's go ahead and head up here. We're gonna go talk to Oswald and go ahead and grab that spell from him as well, since we have the souls to use. He's got Karmic Justice. Is the one spell we want to buy. I think he has a ring too we need to get. And I think it's expensive. I guess the poison light ring. So.
Greetings. If only you mind suspicious. Might be better. Well, that will companions through the day.
Let me take care of this follow this up here. Okay. So we don't have an indictment, let's get that. Get a purging stone, we don't have one of those. Book of the Guilty, let's buy that. There's that Karmic Justice, 40,000. Man, that's expensive. And Poison Bite Ring and Blood Bite Ring. So there we go. Oswald's items are gone now. We don't need to buy anything else from him. Alright, let's take a look at all this stuff we bought. Great Heal is a long tail, only learned by a select few. No caster will be disappointed by the bountiful life that it yields. So that's a Great Miracle cast by advanced clerics. Costs 24 faith. So Wrath of Gods. Wrath of Gods was an epic tale that tired over time and evolved into the modern force. This primal form of force emits a shockwave and also inflicts damage. That's those giants use in Anorlando, the ones right before you fight Ornstein the Smoke. Great Magic Barrier, I think that's the one we got. Havel of Rock, an old battlefield compatriot of Lord Gwyn was sworn in, but no, that's the one we got before. This is Magic Barrier, this is the one we bought. This coating greatly boosts magic defense, assisting warriors who must face the magic which Bishop Havel countered so proficiently. And then we have Karmic Justice, Miracle of the Black-Haired Witch Velka, temporary auto counter versus heavy damage. For each sin, there is a punishment, and it is the task of the goddess Velka to define the sin and met out the punishment. And I think that's all the ones we got new for that. And then we got a couple rings. Blood Bite. So one of the infamous bite rings, commissioned by Sir Arster of Kareem. Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent bleeding. And we also got Poison Bite Ring. One of the infamous bite rings commissioned by Sir, yeah, we know that already. And despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset. Also, it's all the same. Prevents poison build up. So, alright. Let's see. We also bought Velka's Talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This black tuft of hair that serves as a talisman belongs to Velka, goddess of sin. It casts miracles not by drawing upon faith, but intelligence. So, an intelligence talisman instead. Alright. And we also got a few other items here. We got a purging stone, ash-colored stone encasing a skull, secret treasure of Arster, the Earl of Kareem. Reduces curse buildup and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The purging stone does not dispel curses, but receives them in a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being. Wow, that's messed up. So it basically takes the curse and puts it in this box off of you. So we also got something else here. What is it? Servant roster and Book of the Guilty. So the goddess of Sin Valka oversees this list of the guilty who have disrespected the gods of their covenants and shall one day face the wrath of blades of the Dark Moon. And then we got the servant roster. Oh, that's not it. What is this? I'm trying to find that indictment thing we got. Maybe it's in here. No. I don't know where that went. Maybe it didn't show up. Indictment. Okay. Alright, so now we go ahead homeward out of here, because we're going to go back to Firelight Shrine at this point. We're going to try to buy some more items from our good friend Griggs. And I think as far as spells go, we still need to buy spells from Dusk, and we need to buy spells from Quailana and Griggs and Big Hat Logan. And I think we'll have all the spells we can buy at that point. We have to find the rest.
Oh, hello. I appreciate your attention, but you really should speak that little said.
Let's go ahead and get all his stuff. I don't know if we can't buy those right now. I don't have enough money. Or souls, I should say.
That'll do it. That should help you on your journey. May we meet again.
Let's see. Maybe we can do some souls and buy them. I don't know. There we go.
Oh, hello. I appreciate your attention, but you really should speak to Master Logan. That will certainly do it. All right. That'll do it. That should help you on your journey. May we meet again.
Hello there. It seems you've come quite a way. Excellent. You're certainly ready. I shall teach you sorcery.
Alright, so he has a few we can buy here. I mean, look at that. 40,000, 20,000. We got quite a few we can get. We don't have enough purchase power yet to buy any of these. So we'll have to come back later when we got some more souls.
Heading out.
But we did come across a few items here. We got those 2 rings. We got Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. Special ring granted to only the most accomplished sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School. The ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon and boosts the strength of sorceries. And then we got Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. A special ring granted to only the most accomplished sorcerers at Vinheim Dragon School. This ring is engraved with Living Dragon boosts the length of effects of sorceries. And then we have a whole bunch of sorceries we bought. Let's see. What else we get? We got Soul Arrow. Soul arrows inflict magic damage, making them effective against iron armor, tough scales, and other physically resilient materials. This is a great soul arrow. At the Vinheim Dragon School, the acquisition of this spell marks an apprentice's coronation as a sorcerer. And we got a heavy soul arrow, a more powerful but also slower sorcery, difficult to use due to a long cooldown and limitation on the number of castings. And we got great heavy soul arrow. It's difficult to use as heavy soul arrow, but powerful enough to make it well worth it. Adored by certain sorcerers. And we got a magic weapon. The power of the magic swordsman of Vinheim is predicated upon this and the magic shield. Many warriors learn sorcery just for this. And we got great magic weapon. At Vinheim Dragon School, only magic swordsmen on special orders are allowed to learn this spell, which grants powerful augmentation to various weapons. And we got magic shield. Shields augmented by magic are resistant to magic attacks and have higher stability. This spell makes it possible to challenge powerful foes with a small shield. And I think that's it for right now. We got as far as sorceries are concerned. Alright, and we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Petrus. We do not need him in the game anymore, and he has served us well. So, goodbye, Mr. Petrus. Talk to him for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I lose myself.
Alright, Mr. Petrus, you're going bye-bye.
Oh, this can't be. It can't be like this.
Alright, and we're going to go over here and talk to Patches real quick, since he's new to our group of people. Go see what he has to say. There he is.
Oh, we'll begin again. How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you. There you are. Have a nice look at them. Oh, relax. No more funny business out of me, my friend.
Learn Jester. Now he's a swindler, Patches. You know, he's gonna sell stuff like super high in cost. Like I think the stuff he sells is like double what it should be normally. So
Here, have you met that backwoods Shiva? Believe me on this one, my love. The man is troubled. I can see it in his eyes. I just can. No doubt about it. Watch it.
we already took care of Shiva.
Yeah. Have you met that sunbathing select? Believe me on this one, my love. He's a complete idiot. But he happens to be an awfully strong idiot. So just nod your head and keep him on your side.
Well, at least he tells you how it is, right? I mean, he's not lying. So there's cool, but he does say some off the wall stuff.
Wait, have you met Petrus? That self-proclaimed cleric? Believe me on this one, my love. The man is scum. Don't you be fooled by his claims to do good. They're all the same, those rotten clerics.
He really doesn't like clerics.
Boy, have you met Lautrec the Embraced? Believe me on this one, my love. He's completely mad. He wouldn't think twice about cutting somebody down. So watch out for him. Especially if you've humanity to spare.
We already took care of Lautrec.
I'm done with the looting. I'm humble and wonderful.
That's all he has to say. That's who he's got to buy. Eyes of Death, 3,000. Divine Blessing, 20,000. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and buy a Prism Stone because we don't have one. Humanity, 10,000. Alright. He's got a couple of spells. We already know these though. We know it 2 times over. And Crescent Axe, we don't have enough for that right now. About this though. And these masks we can get later. Anyways, these masks though, you check this one out. This is that mask that the child was thinking about. This mask belonging to the naive child slightly raises stamina recovery speed. So, like I said, you can put this on and then use your other ring slot for something else. So it's a pretty good mask.
Right. Good stuff, eh? Don't you forget who got it for you.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Patches. Appreciate it. Alright, let's take a look at that talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. Canvas talisman is for clerics on pilgrimage. Equip talisman to cast miracles, attune miracles from a scroll at the bonfire. Most miracles have limited number of uses, so there we go. Alright, we got three Lord Souls down on the go, and we also need to buy some more spells and stuff, but we'll get there. At this point, we are done with the playthrough for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here, but no homework tonight, so that's good, right? Yeah. Anyways, I think next time we're gonna do Duke's Archives. Yeah, we'll do Duke's Archives next time and finish up gathering the Lord Souls and exploring Lord Rand and try to buy up all the magic that we don't have yet. And then once we finish that, we're gonna move into the DLC before we go through and beat the first playthrough. So, anyways, thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.